Hi folks, Chef Ian here from the Underground Chef. Today we're going to be going right back to basics and I'm going to be showing you how to make a fish stock from scratch. We're going to be making it in the Ninja today. This is the Ninja 11-in-1 and we're going to be using the pressure cooker mode on this to make the stock. It's going to take about 20 minutes to cook. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can still do it on a normal stove top. It's going to take a little bit longer. The main thing, if you are cooking it on a pot on the stove, when you get your stock on, don't let it boil. Just turn it down to a little simmer and it will take a little bit longer. But I'll have the full recipe on our website as well. Okay, so we obviously, to make a fish stock, we're going to need fish. So I went around to our local fishmonger and got myself a fresh frame. So we're going to put that straight in the pot. Then we need some aromatics. So with the fish stock, pretty simple. We've got some carrot, some celery, some onion. I've got some thyme, some oregano, parsley, some bay leaves and some peppercorn. So it's pretty much chuck everything in the pot because it's just going to cook down and really get the flavour in there. So this is just a rough chop of these veggies and you're using everything. You're using all the onion, the skin, the root, everything. It's a great way when you're actually cooking to keep those veggies and those trimmings so you can actually put it in a thing like the stock pot. So last thing is there is some bay leaves, the peppercorns, and then we're just going to pour some water, and this is cold water, into it. Just remember too that when you're using your pressure cooker, don't go over the level that's allowed. In this case, it's 4 litres. Pretty much it. And then we're going to put the lid on. Now, again, just make sure that your lid is securely on, it's locked in, and you've got it switched over there. So pretty well, that's what you need to do there. Now, we're going to turn that on. We're going to go to pressure. It's on high. We're going to set the time on this at 20 minutes. Press start. That's it. This pressure cooker will now do everything. You can walk away now and then start doing something else because that's it. You've got no fear about this. This will cook through. It'll automatically switch itself off and it will release the pressure. So we're going to come back in about 20-25 minutes and we'll show you what's happened here with this stock. See you soon. Okay, so welcome back. Our Ninja has done the job. It's finished its cook time. So we're just going to, before we take the lid off this, we'll just make sure that all the pressure has been released out of it. And then we're just going to gently just release the lid. Again, just be careful just in case there's some built-up pressure there. But you can see in there that all those flavours that have come out of that from the fish frame, all your vegetables, you've got this beautiful stock. Look at the colour of that, just beautiful and gold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take it out of there and just strain it through our strainer. This stock is going to be fantastic. Anything you're doing with a fish base, so you could use this as a soup base for your noodles. You can make a soup or a sauce out of it. If you're making a seafood risotto, perfect for that. And you're going to taste the flavour of this. It's going to be so much better than any store-bought stock. And again, using some simple vegetables. All right, I'm just going to now, where's my cloth? I'll lift that out. Just be really careful of this because this will be hot. So just be careful when you lift it out. We're just going to get the last of that stock out of there. Just be careful because there will be a lot of steam. This is very hot. Okay, now what you've got left over there is just, as I said, just the bones. Not really much good for anything. You could put it into compost if you wanted to, if you've got a compost, but pretty well it's done. Now, our stock, this is what you're looking for. Beautiful colour in it, beautiful aroma. Now we don't season this. We wouldn't season this until we've actually made whatever we're going to be making with it, be it a soup or a noodle base. We wouldn't season it till then. Main thing now is to let this cool down, and I'll actually decant this into some smaller containers, put it in the fridge, and then I'll let it cool down. And then you could either freeze it, label it, put it in the freezer. It's going to keep in the freezer for up to 3 months without any problem. If you put it in the fridge, you know, I think you should be looking at using it within 3 to 4 days. But freezing is probably the easiest way to handle this. Just make sure that when you put in those little Chinese takeaway containers, are really good for this type of thing, and just put a marker on there and say it's fish stock, the date on it, so you know what it is. So when you need to grab it for any reason, you can pull it out and just gently thaw it out, ready to go. So that's our fish stock, basically 101. If you can't get fish bones, prawns work really well, prawn heads. So when you've got all those prawns left over, you can make a prawn stock using those prawn heads. But the fish, as I said, is the best thing. One thing I would advise though, try to use white-based fish, I guess. Anything dark skinned, it's probably not going to get as good a flavour out of it. So if you're thinking things like your snapper, whiting, any of those types of fish, is you're going to be the best for your stock. So hope you enjoyed this. Easy to do, fantastic flavours, and you're going to really appreciate the taste of this when you cook it all up at home. Anyway, till next time, see you then. Thank you.